Janet Yellen resigns. Nobody cares. The plunge protecting team is still at work. What's up, everybody? It's time for Bubba's Daily Update, and I hope you had a great day as we suspected and had talked about for the last couple of days that this week was going to be really, really quiet, and no surprise, today was really, really quiet. However, there was a couple of interesting developments overnight, and that was that the markets globally were getting cracked and getting hammered, and once again, the plunge protection team stepped in and bailed them out and pushed them back up, and of course, then the markets ran to new highs, pushing the Dow up over 100, but I think when you look at the overall picture, the NASDAQ was extremely weak. It couldn't hold its gains. The S&P was okay, and the Dow still closed higher, but at the end of the day, they did have a little bit of a sell-off coming down, but still higher in the day. Gold got clobbered. Again, it was up against resistance, and you saw the late action on Friday, so not a tremendous surprise that gold got hammered. I think it still looks really good and still in solid shape. Oil, very mediocre, but in a very tight range of about 70 cents or so, which is pretty small for the oil markets. Dollar mixed a little bit to the higher side, but of course the euro currency got hammered, rallied all the way back, only to get hammered late in the day. Bonds were kind of mixed and ended up on the plus side, but they were up much higher, broke all the way down, only to close up a couple of ticks. So again, really a pretty mundane, quiet day, nothing to get too excited about one way or the other. And of course, if we look at the grain markets, they were mixed, corn higher, wheat lower, soybeans, both sides of unchanged. And as assumed, the cattle markets were weak today. Based on Friday's cattle on feed report, hogs were exceptionally strong. I would be looking at it this way, and that markets, I'd be looking to be a buyer of fat cattle somewhere here, live cattle. I think feeders still have a run down to 148. They got to 149.60 today. I think they got a little bit more room to go on the downside. Hogs should be sold right around 62. And other than that, Janet Yellen gave her official resignation. She's coming totally out of the Fed, which, I don't know, the markets didn't really react one way or the other. I don't think it's a big deal. I think that, again, what we're going to see is more of the same tomorrow, more quiet action, not a lot to get excited about. I would venture to say this would be a great time not to be trading. I don't think this is a time to be active. You're getting a lot of mixed signals from many of the banks. Morgan Stanley says we're going down. Goldman Sachs says we're going up. Now, again, one thing you always have to remember about these bankers is that if they tell you one thing, they may be trying to get you to do something on the other side. So you never know. Again, from being a floor trader, if somebody was trying to sell, they might really be trying to buy and have you getting caught in the excitement of selling. So we'll see how that all plays out. But again, I don't look for anything of too much excitement here. I would look to be a buyer of gold. I'd look to be a seller of oil for a little bit of trades. But I wouldn't get too overly involved here. I don't think there's a lot of action to really think about. You've got Lowe's reporting earnings in the morning, and that would be pretty much it for the week as far as any kind of news that might drive markets. They'll continue to probably drift higher. These dull markets this is what they do. They drift and rift a little bit higher. In the meantime, let's see what it looks like. In the meantime, we got a football game tonight. Atlanta Hawks beat the Seattle Seahawks straight up. That's the way that I see it. And of course, I want to remind you about my high school investing program. It's highschoolinvesting.com. If you go check it out, you can help donate to it. We're looking to raise some capital, as for 6 years I've supported it, and we don't charge the schools anything, but we want to educate the youth of America. So you go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading if you'd like to help out. And don't forget to get the Bubba Show every single day at 2 to 3 Eastern Time at libertytalk.fm. And that'll do it for today's Bubba's Daily Update. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Always great to be here, and I am thankful for you. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Bubba's Daily Update. Take care, everybody. We'll see you.